think most of you know me, Mark Axon. I actually am starting my 3rd decade as a member of Junto. So I've been many good speakers. First place where I heard Harry Brown speak. First place where I heard Roger Pilon, Jimmy Rogers and his motorcycle tour. Everything. It's been a wonderful run, and I really hope that we go for another 3 decades. I'm also chairman of the Libertarian Party in New York, and as you've seen, we are once again petitioning to try to get on the ballot. Democrats and Republicans make it as hard for us as possible, but if you see Janet or me or somebody around and you're able to sign for us to get on, I'd very much appreciate it. We have been blessed with terrific candidates over the years. 4 years ago, we came that close to getting elected for governor, getting 50,000 votes for governor. I'm sure we're going to pass it by this year. It's, don't waste your vote on Cuomo or Astorino. In fact, I've got another suggestion for you. And so I'd like you to hear from our candidate for governor this year, Michael McDermott.
Hi, everybody. My name is Michael McDermott. Thank you, Mark, for getting it right. We have a marvelous opportunity this year. Every 4 years, we get to vote for our governor. The way the rules are in New York State, parties that have the option of getting what's called automatic ballot access. To do that, you have to get a minimum of 50,000 votes in a gubernatorial year. Last time it was Carl Palladino, the Republican, who was able to get 1.5 million votes. Andrew Cuomo got 2.9 million votes. And we had a fellow, Warren Redrick, that had 48,000 and change. So we came very close to getting automatic ballot access. The importance of automatic ballot access is that people have a choice of who to vote for other than a Democrat or a Republican. Because right now, we always have to choose, it seems to me, the lesser of 2 evils. Does anybody agree that that seems to be the choice most of the time? The lesser of 2 evils. Well, there's a third choice. The third choice is to just end evil. We don't have to do it with the lesser of 2 evils. So I decided to put my hat in the ring to achieve the libertarian nomination because I firmly believe in libertarianism, the libertarian ideal of individual freedom and liberty, which means that you can all do whatever you choose to do with your own life, your own bodies, your own homes, your own families, as long as you don't interfere in somebody else's rights to do the same thing. Now, what's wrong with that? We also believe very strongly in the Constitution of the United States. What's wrong with that? I mean, we're a nation of laws, but we're based on our rights that are guaranteed to us by the Constitution. So I decided that I'm going to try and become a candidate for governor so that we can achieve those 50,000 votes. Now, based on the last election, that's only 1%. So I believe very strongly that this could be the year of the libertarian. After 42 years of the LP of New York, I think Mark Axon has been the chairman for those 42 years. I think we now have a chance to actually achieve that. Now, if we had enough money, if we could raise enough money to get the message out that we're just all tired of the Democrat-Republican paradigm. Andrew Cuomo just had a big scandal with the Moreland Commission, where, as the thought is, as they were getting too close to him, being corrupt, he disbanded the commission. And Rob Astorino, who's a Republican candidate, decided to capitalize on that. And interestingly enough, although Cuomo dropped 5% in the polls, Astorino is still 36 points behind. I don't know where those 5% went. I'm hoping they're thinking about libertarianism. But most importantly, again, I saw a commercial today where now Cuomo is starting to spend his $33 million war chest on a commercial against how corrupt Rob Astorino is. And I'll tell you, it's a perfect example of what we go through time after time, year after year, election after election. It's always, who do we vote for? Because the only choice you have is a Republican and a Democrat. A Republican and a Democrat, when I ran for Congress in 2012, the Republican and Democrat needed 960 signatures approximately on their petition. I needed 5,000. 5,000. So, and why is that? Because I'm a libertarian? And of course they have the money. Getting 900 signatures is a piece of cake. They're all organized with committeemen and all that. But a libertarian or a third party virtually has to get so many thousands of signatures that it becomes a virtual impossibility to get on the ballot. So what that means is very few people that are libertarian or other than a Democrat or a Republican get on the ballot. Well, I did make it on the ballot that year. 2 weeks before the election, Hurricane Sandy came. I thought it was a miracle I got on a ballot. God giveth, and then Sandy comes and taketh away. And in those last 2 weeks, I had 7 debates planned that were all canceled. So I didn't achieve, of course, anything for Congress. But now we have a governor's race in New York State. In New York State, we can make a huge difference because if we're able to gain automatic ballot access, if not actually win to be governor, then we can get a libertarian-minded person who believes in individual freedom and liberty, who does believe in the Constitution, on every single ballot in New York State. If we get a libertarian on every single ballot in New York State, we're going to start winning elections. Next thing you know, we're going to have the Senate and Assembly with libertarians on them. And what is better than that? Because now people can actually have a choice between, the lesser of two evils or just to end evil. And I may be sounding a little bit melodramatic, but I think it hits home where we have to have another choice. Now, there are other parties, like the Working Families Party and the Independence Party, and what they do is attach themselves to the Democratic candidate, and they do that because they don't have to do anything, they just get automatic ballot access. And then what do they do with it? Very little. The Independence Party virtually has no platform. The Working Families is pretty much, the unions. The Green Party did gain automatic ballot access, which I have to congratulate them, but they didn't do anything with it. We want to make a change in New York State. We want to make a game-changing change. We have a plan. The plan is to get a liberty-minded person on every ballot in every election. To do that, we need help. So we have a petition because, like any third party, we have to get 15,000 ballot signatures, which means 25,000 to 30,000 signatures. It's an arduous, expensive task. What do the Republicans and the Democratic parties do? The Republicans start the Stop Common Core Party, which has nothing to do with stopping Common Core. So then Cuomo and the Democrats decide, well, let's start the Women's Equality Party, which has nothing to do with women's equality. It's all trickery to try to get people to vote for them because they're desperately afraid to vote and get a libertarian on the ballot. So I want to thank everybody for being able to speak. I spoke here in 2012 with my daughter Gracie. I think you must remember Gracie. And she wasn't able to come here tonight because she's with her mom. But I want to thank you all, and please consider, I have a pamphlet in the back. It's got the complete libertarian platform on it. If you're not familiar with it, but I think most of you are, please read it, and if you agree, sign our petition and help us get on the ballot, because we can really make a difference, not the normal political nonsense. And to get on the ballot, the next step is to raise enough money to be able to get the message out to as many people as we can. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. Yes, thank you.